My name is Jon Stovell, and I'm the president of Reliance Properties. We're a local developer and landlord.
Very good. So yeah, tell me about Reliance and your business and what you do.
Yeah, we've been around for about 70 years. Family-based company, as a lot of real estate companies are in Vancouver, have been active in acquisition development all throughout that time, particularly development more in the last 10-15 years. High-rise, mixed-use, residential, retail, rental residential, and office. And so we're just now starting to really open up a hotel channel within our development and holdings. We have experience in entitlement and development and construction, but the hotel business is quite different from other real estate. I mean, it's we have office buildings, we need to rent them once every 5 years, or an apartment building once every year or 2 years. But a hotel, you have to rent it every night. So it's a service business. Yeah, it's a service business. It's an active business. So I think developers need to be very careful not to take anything for granted. And we're really interested in collaborating with existing owners and partners in the industry to sort of guide us and help us, enter the business in a reasonable way, right?
So what has your experience been? Is this your first Western Canadian Lodging Conference?
No, I think this is the third time.
Okay.
I've been to the Western one once before COVID, and then in the Toronto one last year. And
Very
so
good.
We've really been getting to know all the players, and they're getting to know us. And this year we decided to step up and actually sponsor the event to really let everybody know that we're here.
Mean business.
Yeah, we're a mean business.
Yeah.
It's a very challenging time for real estate in general, with interest rates very high, construction costs very high, approval processes very long, and government charges and bureaucracy kind of at an all-time high. But that's just the nature of the business.
Yeah.
A lot of people are looking around to adjust and repurpose projects. Office is having a bit of a slowdown. I'm pretty confident it'll come back, but it's opened an interesting opportunity in Vancouver in particular. It's been a very difficult place to build new hotels.
Yeah.
And offices standing on the sidelines a little bit, and residential even. So we think there's a real opportunity for hotel owners and hotel operators and managers to finally get some new inventory built in Vancouver.
And if you could share your key brand messaging to the hotel sector, to those owners and operators that you're meeting with, what would you say to them if you're meeting me and I'm a hotelier?
Yeah, I mean, what we can bring to the table is our extensive local knowledge. Like every real estate market is really won or lost on local knowledge, understanding of the political environment you're working in, the regulatory environment, and the commerce environment, construction, consultants. And so we're experts at entitlement. We create with vision. We are a design-forward developer, and so we can bring that to the table. We also have a lot of great sites all over the downtown and downtown Victoria, downtown Vancouver. And what we're really looking for is that reciprocal benefit to work with real hotel experts, brands, managers, financiers, and also owners. So we like the idea of working with other experienced hotel owners and partnering up on these projects because they're quite large.
And of course, you're having very different conversations with all of those different stakeholders in the industry.
But you realize the more you study the hotel industry that you really need all of them.
You do.
Not in every case, but you definitely need the banks. And you may or may not need a manager depending on if you're brand managed. So it's very.
That's a really interesting point, and actually the only person to make that point, and I think it's very true. I see it on the editorial side of the industry when I'm speaking to stakeholders. It really is, it's not that we're all in the same ocean. We're all in the same boat in the same ocean.
Yeah.
And there's so much integration and overlap between stakeholders.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a really important observation.
Yeah, and also I was mentioning to somebody last night, I was talking to a manager and he said, it's a tough crowd here, everybody's very hard-nosed. And I thought, compared to the real estate sectors of residential and office, say, industrial, I find it to be a much more transparent and open and collaborative environment. Not that those parts of the industry are bad, but this industry is particularly almost friendly is almost the word, and collegial, and people are quite willing to share information, share ideas.
Collegial is a great word because it's a small, big group.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, but everybody knows everyone.
Yeah, and it's funny when you
all affect one another.
Yeah, and when you're meeting with somebody in the lobby, the other guy that you just met's just standing 10 feet away from me. So
it's so true.
Yeah.
And you find you're recognizing more and more of those.
Yeah, we're starting to really know people, and people are starting to know us.
I'm so pleased.
I think we just need to get a hotel built and demonstrate that we're we're serious about it, but
I
we
think
want to get it right.
That's one of the primary motivations for these conferences, is
Yeah.
to allow everybody to
Very
know one
educational,
another.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of education, but a lot of really important networking.
Yeah, building
so.
trust, building recognition.
Yeah. So what does the next 6 months look like for you?
We have, multiple hotel projects that in downtown Vancouver, primarily within mixed use, 150 to 200 key type sizes, and very premium locations. So what we're really looking to do is crystallize some of these relationships we're working on with picking a manager, picking a brand, picking a financer, and getting some of them, past the kind of permitting and conceptual design stage into actually getting onto a track and timeline. We need to get some hotels built in Vancouver.
And that 6 months is going to go by fast.
It sure does.
As it always does.
Yeah.
It was so nice to speak with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your information, and I look forward to interviewing you at future conferences.